Well, hello students and welcome to class. I have been researching and writing and preparing this presentation for several days, and it's called What is Our Divine Purpose? I think you'll enjoy this. There'll be some insights perhaps that you'll enjoy and understand how better to function as who we are as divine beings. Our divine purpose is your highest calling and is for the betterment for all mankind. That's my first line, and I think that's the opening that will open us up to an understanding that to be in divine service, you must first understand your connection with everyone, which is the whole of all creation. All things are created by light, vibrating at different frequencies. In fact, Albert Einstein stated that everything is energy. In fact, I have a friend who's a Bible teacher, and she has stated that we are energy slowed down to visibility in order for us to recognize each other. And I think that's a great insight. Everything down to a single cell has consciousness. Now there's a lot of talk about consciousness that are being explained from time to time on our Facebook pages and such social media opportunities that you can go check out. This light or consciousness that is in all things, including you and me, is a part of the one God Himself. Now, a lot of people don't recognize that divinity is our true identity. Let me say that again. Divinity is our true identity. That's who we are. We're divine beings. And that's just the truth. And when we can grasp that and understand that and walk in that, we'll find much more truthfulness about who we are and what we're about. Okay? Once you know this truth, you can no longer separate yourself from your neighbor. You are the same consciousness, just in a different body, experiencing a different life, a different reality, if you will. Our personalities are our expression of creation. Let me say that again. Our personalities are our expression of creation. Each of our experiences adds to the collective consciousness of everyone. You are part of the great I am. Our personalities are our expression of creation. Each of our experiences add to the collective consciousness of the everyone. You are part of the great I am. This divine knowing removes any separation you may have believed about being separated from God or anyone else. In fact, we are one. Once you have this knowledge, you must begin to actually live it. Knowing this, you can learn to truly have love for your neighbor as you do for yourself. The real question is this: do you love yourself? Now, to be honest with you, after years of coaching and counseling and ministering on some level, I have found this to be true. People do not love themselves. And that's just the truth. People come to me for help, hope, and healing. And one of the things I will find very often that people do not love themselves. There's something bad about them in many, many different ways. We need to start somewhere, though, and the best place to begin is to live your life divine purpose. That is to raise your own vibration. Raise your vibration is very important for us to live within our divine life. The higher the vibration that we can become, the better for our bodies, our minds, and our souls. And the easier it is to become for us to connect to the universal energies of who we are as a spirit being. As we begin to raise our vibrations, we will naturally begin to live our divine purpose more efficiently and purposefully. The benefits of being in a higher vibration. Let's look at that. We all vibrate energetically at a particular frequency. The lower the frequency, the denser your energy. I know back in science, when I was a young person of 4 or 5 grades high, they would discuss the table we were at vibrated at a certain rate and speed. It was dense or less dense or more dense according to the vibrational rate of that table. Now, I don't know about you, but we as individuals, we also vibrate at a certain rate and speed. Here, you may experience pain and discomfort in your physical body and express heaviness and emotions of mental confusion when you're vibrating at a lower rate of speed. Physically, your energy is what they call darker. You have to exert a greater deal of effort to accomplish your goals. Have you ever been in one of those states where it would seem to be difficult to get your goals accomplished? And there's other days it seemed to just flow. You have plenty of energy. Your life was on the positive side and not on the negative side. Okay? The higher the frequency of your energy or vibration, the lighter you feel in your physical, emotional, and mental state. You experience greater personal power, clarity, peace, love, and joy. You have little, if any, discomfort or pain in your physical body, and your emotions are easily dealt with. Your energy is literally full of light. Your life flows with power, and you manifest what you desire with ease. Overall, your life takes on a positive quality. When you are in a higher vibration, it requires a firm commitment even when it feels as though you no longer fit in. This is big. You won't receive approval or fit in any longer because you will stand out from those with a lower vibration. Have you ever walked into the room and you felt a heaviness? I have. There were lower vibrations. And the people had conversations was of a lower caliber as well. Have you noticed that? You just know the feeling of that lower vibration, that darkness, the dark side, if you will. Now, we're going to talk about how to raise your vibration. There are 10 ways that I want to discuss just briefly how to raise your vibration. You spend time in nature. If you can, take walks in nature. I know I've studied grounding terminology that some of you may not be familiar with, but when you go walk on the seashore, the sand that's wet and damp, you are grounded. It's called grounding, where you feel grounded to the earth, and that's one way. Also, walking in the dew of the morning or evening in grass is a great way to be what they call grounded. And there are also grounding equipment that you can purchase to keep yourself grounded even while you're working at your computer. So that's just a little tidbit. I've studied a lot of different things, you know. As you know anything about me, I have a couple of doctorate degrees and several certifications. But I've studied a lot of things, and one of the things that I've studied for many years, over 50 years in fact, is health and nutrition. And grounding is one of those things I learned many, many years ago that's very helpful in your quest for better health. In fact, I'm 80 plus years old, and actually I feel just as great as I did when I was 40 years old. But I take care of myself, and I take a lot of supplements that bring into my body the healing power that I need to function. Today I'm functioning at higher vibrations than I did sometimes ago when I didn't understand what I understand today. So I hope this lesson that I put together will challenge you to look into simple things like grounding. Research it. Google, what does grounding mean for my health? And you'll find out it's fantastic. It's like a vitamin D. It's not a vitamin. It's really a hormone. Who knows? Well, you would know if you don't study. You would just think it's a vitamin. But the fact of the matter, vitamin D is crucial to your health. And most of the population is low in vitamin D because it's a sunshine vitamin. And many of you live in parts of the world where there's very little sunshine. And if you have dark skin, guess what? It doesn't absorb the sunshine as well as a lighter skinned person does. And therefore, if you have a blood test, you will find you are very low with vitamin D. In fact, I have a friend of mine, a friend in the family, in fact, that they checked her. This is crucial what I'm telling you. Her vitamin D was so low that she has to take a therapeutic dose of vitamin D for a year in order to bring her vitamin D level up to normalcy. Wow. That means she was sucking wind at the bottom of the barrel because her vitamin D was just like nil to nothing. But you need to know your vitamin D numbers, and you will have to ask your doctor to give you a vitamin D test when you do a physical, because most doctors, I'll tell you the truth, will not do a vitamin D test because it's an extra expense, and they don't want that to be an expense that gets them in their practice. I ask my doctor every year when I get a physical, give me my vitamin D numbers because I know what they're supposed to be. Do you know what your vitamin D numbers are supposed to be? Don't go by the doctor just tell you, well, you're in normal range. Well, normal range could be 30, but 30 is not being in a healthy range, what I call a healthy range, but rather it needs to be around 70 to be healthy. And if you have any kind of sickness and disease, you need to be more in the 80 range to fight against any problem health-wise that you may be experiencing. Anyway, I don't want to get out into my health and nutritional stuff because I could talk to you hours upon that because I've been studying it for over 50 years. There's something called meditation and prayer that's very important for this study that we're doing. Whether you pray or meditate or perhaps both, you are connecting to God, the true source of all things. We need to stop trying to separate ourselves. Both will raise your vibrations if you're focusing on love, healing, and oneness. Focus on breathing. And I think this is one of the weaknesses, again, of our society, that we don't breathe correctly. I know that is a problem that I have addressed and I'm still addressing right now, is to breathe properly. Most people, if you really study about breathing, do not breathe very well. In fact, they're called shallow breathers. You may be one, and you don't even know it's not healthy. So anyway, I would look into breathing and doing some relaxation sessions. By the way, you can do relaxation sessions sitting in your chair or recliner and listen to some of the great relaxation videos that they have on YouTube. I listen to those almost every day, actually, because I'm retired, and so I listen to relaxation videos almost exclusively at night. If I'm watching a TV show, I have my earphones in and I will just listen very lightly some music that leads me into a deeper level of meditation. And there's yoga and exercise such as dance, and any kind of movement is good also. Now let's look at spending time doing something for others. Anytime we are of true unconditional service to others, like helping your neighbor out just because he needs it, we are in our highest light. This is what real oneness is all about. We are here for each other. We are one. Creativity. Our creative nature is who we are. We are co-creators with the divine light himself, who is God. The more we create, the more we feel connected with the divine. And number 7, learning to have care and compassion for all living things. I had a meeting with my in-laws the other night at a local restaurant, and the guy is a big hunter and fisherman. And at his age, he says, you know, the sport of hunting again is not what it used to be at my age. I believe in life for the animals. He's a big fisherman, and he does fish fries for his local church oftentimes. He's great at fishing. In fact, he said he has 3 freezer fulls of food, like animal food, like deer and fish. Isn't that great? He's stocked up, shall I say. So anyway, being careful to help others is part of our true being as energy, light, divine beings of who we really are. Learn to have care and compassion for all things. It doesn't matter. We're all connected. And be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. And this is a big one here. Be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. Our thoughts and emotions create our reality. The more we can control the chaos of the mind at ease is to raise our vibrations and live our divine purpose. This is where meditation is very important. Are you meditating daily? Maybe your mind is so light and so fast and just you can't slow it down. Just let it be. It'll relax. The more you do it, the more easier it will become in doing a meditation. So don't judge yourself. Well, I can't meditate, so I don't even try. No, go ahead and listen. Put those earbuds in and listen to some great meditation music that you'll find on YouTube. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's like I say, when I watch TV, I got my earphones in and I listen to some great meditative music and learn about the different hertz, different vibrational level of things that you listen to have certain intrinsic effects on your brain that can cause your brain to go in lower vibrational levels of consciousness. There's a whole study in that, and I've done a lot of study in that area. And again, this lesson is not for that, but I'm challenging you to go and learn about hertz. What does it mean, a vibrational sound? And smile, laugh, and be happy is my last one. Smile, laugh, and be happy. The happier we are, the higher our vibration. True happiness doesn't come from material things like money. We can create our own happiness by changing our attitude via our thought patterns based on our thinking. We need to remember it's okay to have fun. Let me say one word here about thoughts. The scriptures say that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Thinking is primary. I have been doing coaching, counseling, and and ministry in some level of counseling for many, many years. I'm going to tell you, thinking is the bedrock. It's the groundwork. It's where I start with everybody. Because as a man thinks, so is he. So if he's having a problem, so it's called in counseling, why they came in to see you, you know what I always go to? Your thinking. See, you can't have a feeling unless you have a thought. Feelings piggyback on top of thinking. Here's our thinking, and here's our feelings. Feelings are always right on top of what we're thinking. So if there's a problem with our thinking, really, it's a problem, really, that we can solve because we just go back to the roots. Bad roots give bad fruit. Let me say that again. It's something I've been doing for many, many years. Bad roots give bad fruit. And it comes out of the way we are thinking. We just got some bad thinking, folks. I call it distorted thinking. I have a whole teaching on distorted thinking alone. Listen, if you like what I'm talking about in this short video clip here on the subject, I would challenge you to go over and look at one of my websites. It's free to go over and look at it, www.quantumlifenow.org. That's right, www.quantumlifenow.org. A lot of free information there about why we are like we are. And there's some free information. And if you want to get a certification in that particular modality, there's a way to sign up there on the coursework. You can pay in 12 payments, 24 payments, or pay in full if you would like. It's all online. You get to do all the work at your own pace, online, and when you finish, you have an opportunity to print out. That's right, print out a certificate of completion, where you can actually put it on the wall, frame it, put it on the wall, and let people know, hey, you have been trained in this particular modality. What a blessing that could be to help people who are coming to you for help, hope, and healing, because now you have tools in your toolbox, if you will, of how to help people with their particular situation. Remember, as I close, we're divine beings. We're with God, one with God, and He's divine and we are too. So our identity is that we are one with Him. Divinity is our identity, and that's who we really are. So I want to say thank you for watching, and if I can help you in any way, you can always email me at drcecil@ciocc.net. That's right, Dr. Cecil at ciocc.net. And I'll be happy to communicate with you and answer any questions that I possibly can. But I think this lesson here is chock full of goodies that you probably would need to watch over and over and over to get the essence of it, because it's really some great information. So be blessed today, because you already are. Bye now.